Probably him and one of my AD coaches.
Were you surprised? I mean, it's a 26-point game.
Nah, like I said, I was sitting on the bench at the time, and I just saw how aggravated Coach was with this one ref, and I just saw him yelling. I saw the first tag, and Coach kept going, so I was like, he's probably gonna get tossed. And none of the other coaches, stepped up to pull him back, so Coach probably wants to be tossed.
Duran went over and said he was trying to calm him down, and then at some point he just said,
Coach, the type of guy, once he gets going, just let him go.
So if you were on the bench, you had to have heard it. Can you tell us? Can you give us any hint into what he said?
No, I'm not really sure. I just heard a lot of yelling. Saw the back of the neck flare up. You just tell Coach what he said.
So no thought on your part to get up and go calm things down?
Nah, not at all.
Does this say something? I mean, a lot of coaches in that situation go 26, they're in control. They're not really into the game at that point. I mean, does it say something for a player that he's got your back no matter what?
Yeah, coaches watching everything on the court, no matter the time span or what the score is. He's going to be watching everything and reacting to everything, trying to get us better and focusing on us getting better, not really the situation at hand, but focusing on his team.
Did you get the sense that you guys were a little sleepy at times, maybe in the first half, first 10 minutes or so? Were they just playing pretty well?
Not really. I think what you said, the second part, they were playing well. A lot of teams, are going to come out and give us a first good shot, and then, they start to slow down. When that adrenaline pumping and you want to play good against a good team, you normally start off pretty good, pretty decent, and then you start to slow down.
I know the matchups are a little bit different. They're not that big a team, but for you guys to go on that run when Terrence is on the bench, it's something that maybe you guys wouldn't have done a couple of weeks ago. I mean, does it talk about maybe the growth that you guys are having outside of him?
Oh yeah, we're playing with different units in practice, so I think that's part of it. Just like I said, as long as we share the basketball, no matter who's on the court, I think we can be successful because we have guys that can get in the paint. And once we get in the paint and we kick and we're unselfish, we're getting open shots and stuff like that. So.
We were asking some of the teammates yesterday about what you take away from a game like this, and the game you're supposed to win and comfortably and all that. What do you think you took away from this one as a team?
Just little things that Coach talks about. It's just a process of getting better. That was a great team that fought hard and played hard. The guards played hard. We're pretty quick guards, so you still have to play defense. And you still have to rebound, so you just take little bits and pieces and try to get better from it.
They run some dribble drive. What's it like to play against? I know you go against it in practice, but in a real game?
It was a little bit. They run a little bit differently than we do. So I mean, it wasn't tough going against it because that's all we do is dribble drive, and we have to guard it all year long. So we got kind of used to it. I think we did a pretty good job of recognizing it and being prepared for it.
When did you know the shot was going in?
When I hit the backboard.
When you threw it up, what'd you think?
I thought it was going in when I threw it up, but I knew it was going in when I hit the backboard.
How sweet was it?
Pretty sweet.
See what Cal said about your shot?
Nah, I didn't.
Now that you know that you can make one in case Kentucky ever needs one. You practice that shot?
Not really, but we shoot them before every game in sugar run. So everyone takes a chance and try to hit one.
That would be unbelievable. In March, you can make a shot like that to win a game.
Yeah, it would.
You ever hit one like that before?
Yeah, AU.
Pretty cool feeling.
Yeah, it is.
Good for you.
Did you call bank on that? Or?
Nah.
no call?
Nah, I just threw it up.
It seems like Duran has really stepped into that role of being the sixth man. How do you see? Have you seen him?
He's getting much better, and he's coming in with intensity. Since he's got here, his energy level has raised, and he's just picking it up defensively and offensively.
Coach says that he wants more and more out of Darius. What do you think he wants?
Just intensity level. I think just Darius knows more than anybody what Coach wants from him because Coach talks to him personally. But from the outside looking in, I just think more intensity. Because Darius can be the best player on the court, but he just has to come out and do it.
Why do you think he doesn't? Because most guys, if they think they're the best, they want to show.
I have no clue. That's something you have to ask Darius.
You ever been around someone like that before that seemed to be a really good player, yet it just didn't come out?
I mean, sometimes you have just a couple of players I've been around, maybe confidence, but Darius is a different type of guy. He's a great guy, and he's a great player. So.
How does he react to that? Do you think the constant more, people want more?
Like I told you, I couldn't tell you what Darius is thinking and how he really reacts. I just know he comes out and gives his all. Really, that's all I can really tell you about Darius.
I know you didn't get to see it because you were back in the locker room at halftime, but you had 40-some-odd players come out to honor Coach Hall's retirement at 25 years. Can you imagine yourself being part of something like that for 25 years from now?
Yeah, I think it's great that all the players, came back, and it just shows, that Kentucky's a family, and that once you're here, you're part of the family.
Now, when you was being recruited, was that part of your thinking that, wow, I can be part of this family? Did you see that tonight?
Definitely. I knew that, just coming in to play for Coach Cal, wherever he would be at, that, he was going to be part of the family. And, even more so being here at Kentucky because of such a tradition. And so everyone's so together.
So you're aware of the history, is what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Very aware? To what degree are you aware?
I just know that this is a very winning program as far as history.
George Washington game?
You ever had one of your coaches thrown out of the game?
Yeah, AAU coaches.
Really?
Yeah.
Coaches? More than one, huh?
Yeah.
So what happened tonight? What exactly brought it on?
Coach didn't agree with the call. That's all I really observed. And it went on from there.
I thought it was one of you guys drove the baseline and got really knocked fairly hard and no call.
Yeah,
was that what it was?
That might have been it too.
I think it was the alley-oop to Eloy Vargas. And Vargas got put down, and that's when it started. That's what Duran said too.
Yeah, that might have been it too.
As the point guard, you think about like interceding and like telling coach calm down?
No, not really. Coach is, a grown man. You got assistant coaches over there. You got players on the court. And me sitting on the bench, that's just, coach's decision.
How does the team react to that, as kind of a big change
just
in the game?
continue to play, play harder, pick it up and just try to finish the game strong.
Mm-hmm.
So coaches coach, players play, and neither the two shall mix, huh?
I just know that, once he got thrown, our job was still the same, and that's to, play the way we continue to play. He's not out there, but, that's no reason to change the way we've been playing.
What did he say about it when you guys came into the locker room?
Nothing that I can really remember.
Have you had a chance to see Mississippi Valley earlier this year? Seen any of their games? If you have,
Mississippi Valley?
Yeah, earlier this year. If you have, tell us the difference between then and now, because they said you guys are a lot better now than you were earlier, and they wish they had played you guys earlier.
What's the difference with them or us?
Them.
I'm not sure. I haven't really watched a lot of them early, but I know they're a high-intensity team, and they still display that tonight, being a high-intensity team and coming out with a high motive.
My friend texted me saying you kissed your hand after that half-court shot. Was that is that what you did, or is he just making stuff up?
He might be making stuff up. I might have, but I don't recall doing that.
Or were you just kind of riding on the high after that shot?
I was, happy about it, but once you hit a shot like that, you gotta, move on and continue to play basketball.
How many of those you made in the past?
Not a whole lot, probably around 2 or 3.